Hi, and welcome back to the Straw Hat Duo. I'm Charlie.
I'm Shayna.
And today we're going to be going over a little bit different content. Today we're going over some spoilers for chapter 1044. So if you haven't read it yet, obviously this probably isn't the video for you. But it's slight spoilers anyways. We're kind of going into a speculation kind of discussion video. And what we're thinking is the nature of Luffy's Devil Fruit, which this is the biggest spoiler. It has just been revealed that it's actually not the Gomu Gomu no Mi. That's its other name. Its true name is the Hito Hito no Mi model mythical zone Nika, which is considered to be the sun god. And it's a spoiler for Shayna because she just finished Skype arc.
But I edited your video.
Yeah, so she does the editing for the reviews that I put up, so obviously she knows what's going on. It's actually somewhat fitting. Well, she technically just finished Long Ring Long Land. I'm not a big fan of Long Ring Long Land.
Was okay, but I'm glad I read it instead of watched it.
I watched it and it felt so long. The best thing about doing this currently is Shayna just finished Skypiea. So you have a lot of the things that happen in Skypiea a little bit more fresh in your mind. And a lot of those things kind of pointed more towards what's going on in Wano right now.
Okay.
Just the silhouette of Luffy, dancing pose, the party at the end of Skypiea, made that exact same pose in chapter 1044. It was up against the moon instead of a fire.
Oh.
And he obviously had the little trail thing like he does from his Gear 4th. She hasn't really seen any of the gears yet. He's getting ready to start Water 7. Annie's Lobby, I believe, is when you first see Gear 2nd.
Okay.
It's his first major power-up. It's a little interesting. Anyways, one of the things that was revealed in chapter 1044 was the Zone Devil Fruits. In particular, Zone Devil Fruits. They didn't say it about Paramecia or Logia Devil Fruits, which Paramecia is what we thought Luffy's fruit was, which was the gum gum fruit. It turned everything to rubber.
Okay.
I don't know if they've kind of gone into the explanation with the anime or anything just yet, but zones, it transforms you into an animal or alike.
Okay.
Like Chopper.
Yeah.
Chopper was technically transformed from an animal, but he ate the human fruit.
He is originally an animal, but he is a human.
He's a human reindeer now because he ate the human fruit. He actually has a small power-up in Ennie's Lobby too.
Yeah.
Another one close with Chopper, Bison guy on Drum Island. You know, the guy that first confronted Wapol and listened to Dr. Hairluck's speech that was on the guard.
Yeah.
That started crying.
Yep.
Dalton is his name.
Yes.
He ate the bison fruit, I think it was. His fruit was a zone fruit.
Okay.
Which is why he has the three forms, the hybrid, the full bison, and then the human form. Chopper has, multiple forms, but that's because he's done kind of experiments on himself. But originally he had three forms. His human form, his hybrid form, and then his full reindeer form.
Okay.
Now, the only other human fruit that we're exposed to at this point in time in the story is Sengoku, which you haven't met yet, but he's at the current point that you're at, he's the Navy Fleet Admiral. So he's above the admirals. He ate the Hito Hito no Mi model Debetsu or something like that. It's pretty much the golden statue of the Buddha. Pretty much only thing that we've been shown from him is the fact that he's got two forms. He goes into a giant Buddha form and can hit shockwaves, and he has this human form. That's the only things that we've seen from him.
Okay.
Don't really have a whole lot to go on what Luffy's powers could be.
Okay.
The only thing we know is it's limited only by his imagination, from what the Gorosei say. Luffy's the best one for this fruit, being is he's a very childlike person. Yeah.
It fits him.
So the biggest thing that we're going over in this video, the fact that zone fruits are said to have a will of their own, which is why I went kind of so in on zone fruits.
Okay.
Luffy's fruit has just been revealed to not be a Paramecia, but be a zone fruit.
Okay.
And the Gorosei didn't go into detail on, how much of their will is controlled.
Does it mean like a person who has it has more of a purpose or a want to do things?
It's a potential. That's the thing. We don't really know. One of the biggest themes of One Piece is the fact of inherited will. If this person passes, you inherit their will if you believe the same things as them. Chopper with Dr. Hairlock.
Yep, that makes sense. Something to continue on the legacy of the people before.
Right. Zoro with Kuina.
Yep.
It's a big factor in One Piece. Now, with Devil Fruits having a will of their own, is there a possibility that Luffy's will could have been altered when he ate the fruit? Their little voice in his head.
Like a switch or something that was like,
I didn't change a whole lot, but did his motivation change a little?
Definitely could have.
One of the things that I was thinking back on, I just recently reread the chapter, like 15 minutes ago. What if Luffy had decided to become king of the pirates only after eating the devil fruit?
Like you said, technically he did, but he was poked fun at.
When Shanks kind of poked fun at him, he kind of said, you know what? I'm not just going to be a pirate. I'm going to be king of the pirates.
Yep.
It was like after Shanks lost his arm, after Luffy ate the devil fruit, obviously, Luffy kind of said, you know what? I'm going to be a pirate of my own. At that point, that's all he said. And then he replied with, I'm going to be king of the pirates. So could that have been influenced by the devil fruit?
I think it could have been. Knowing Luffy, is he really influenced by people even at that young of an age?
But that's the thing, we don't really know a whole lot about Luffy before he eats the fruit.
You're right. So he could have totally just been influenced by Shanks poking fun at him, or it could have just been, like you said.
He obviously always wanted to be a pirate. He always wanted to join Shanks' crew in particular. Just now, I mean, Kaido is who they're fighting in Wano. He's one of the other Yonko, one of the other emperors.
And that's who Luffy's fighting?
Yeah. So we're just now getting to that point in the story. If we had just jumped to that power right off the bat, the story power scaling would have been kind of all out of whack. It would have turned into DBZ real quick, you know.
Right.
It went from, martial arts tournaments to universe destroying power.
Agreed.
Luffy not joining Shanks is definitely a good story crutch, so to say. What if it was the devil fruit that kind of influenced him to want to be set out on his own, more free, not under somebody else's rule?
Would have been that something in him was like, you know what, you don't need Shanks, you don't need his crew, you can do this on your own. You can start your own story.
And one thing that I haven't really told you yet, Nika, the sun god, was known to be the fighter for freedom, which is exactly what Luffy does.
That fits Luffy to a T.
He wants to be the most free.
Isn't that the only reason he wants to be the king of the pirates? Is so he has all the freedom.
He doesn't want the responsibility. He doesn't care about that. He wants to be the most free.
It makes sense.
We'll find out. But what I'd like to know, everybody's thoughts on, especially, how much of the devil fruit's will do you think influences the user? Obviously, I think mythical zones, which are more rare than regular zones, have more of a will within them. Actually, the next arc, Water 7, Enies Lobby, their zone comes up called the giraffe fruit. Basically, a giraffe not going to really carry too much of a will in it. It's an animal. What do giraffes want to do? Go around, eat leaves off trees.
Right.
they don't really care. Luffy's fruit is the literal embodiment of a god, of a deity. That's got to have some sort of influence within it.
I think that fruit he did eat, because like you said, it's like sort of specified, but not
it's
really.
It's the human fruit model, mythical zone Nika the sun god.
Yeah, I think that did play a role in what he is today, even before he even fully knew what he could do.
Yeah,
I think even after this, there's still going to be a lot of growth and coming into his own.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have a lot to learn with this. I'm wondering how he's gonna figure out what the actual name of his devil fruit is.
He's gonna care?
I don't think he's gonna care, but I think it's necessary for him to know.
I think that's gonna be cool. I finally catch up to see it animated.
This is one thing that I would love to see animated. Watching Gear 5th.
Like, even though I listened to your review, I've not seen anything.
Yeah,
really.
I've shown her a few panels here and there, but I haven't really shown her a whole lot with it.
So I'm just going off, imagination.
A lot of Luffy's power-ups come with a bit of hype to them. How do you enjoy One Piece so far? The early 200 episodes that you've gotten through.
It's definitely started out really slow and really like drawn out, but in my defense, I literally just started reading the manga on its own. I started with the anime, and I can say that I didn't like lose interest a couple of times, but then once it really picks up, it's kind of hard to put it down. It's like a good book. I want to stay up and keep watching it. I don't want the suspense too, and that brings both of it.
And comedy, it covers most genres in general.
It's not really romance. I mean, unless you count Sanji just kind of wanting to be romantic with everybody. There is a lot of sadness. There is a lot that feels real. Do you know what I mean? Like, it covers, like, reality. Oops. Even though it is not reality, it covers important points that we, like, as a society could learn a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm watching, 20 some odd years back?
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, it's crazy how some things are relevant still.
It is crazy.
Do you have a favorite character yet?
I think I like Robin because she's still so, at this point where I'm at, she's still kind of so mysterious.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a sad backstory.
Nami had a pretty sad backstory. Chopper did. Sanji, everybody that I've seen so far has. And though I haven't really seen, Robin, and like, there's not much of... I mean, Luffy a little bit, I guess. But
you'll see a little bit more of Luffy's during Marineford.
I also like that she is not boring.
Yeah, she's
very interesting. She's chill. She in every situation where she shouldn't be.
Except for Aokiji.
Yeah, except for that. She got triggered by him.
And that's
for
because of her backstory. You'll see in her backstory.
Yeah.
And that's coming up in Water 7, I believe.
Because like everybody else, like Sanji overreacts. Zoro, for the most part, he's pretty chill. Get angry. I mean, all of them do.
Look at just after he fought Mihawk and he got cut down there. I mean, he shows...
Yeah, he shows emotion. Usopp is just all emotion. Nami is very confrontational.
Yeah.
Luffy is just... I don't think there's really a category. He's just Luffy.
Yeah.
Sanji's just...
Sanji is Sanji.
He's his own category, too.
If it's a female anatomy...
He's on it.
Yeah.
Or more than one way.
So I think we're going to end it there.
If you guys have anything that you guys want us to discuss, whether it's past or present, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.